Welcome to the Nürburgring. I cannot believe I am here. It's dream come true, bucket list, the whole 9 yards. And I'm going to be doing the most single-use review of this BMW 230i. How well does it do on track? I'm not going to drive it anywhere else, so that's all I'll get to know. Flick it into manual mode. It's a peppy thing. I've done 2 laps so far, and if you miss the shift, it will hang. It's got good power. This particular one has bad visibility because the stripe across the top that says Apex is really inconvenient. And so when I come to the big swoop at the front of the track, I can't actually see the road. So that's a downside of this car, but not necessarily a downside of the 230. So, the straight 6 in this, I mean, it's turbocharged straight 6. It makes a lovely noise. And as I get the brakes a little bit warmer and the tires a little bit warmer and the track's drying up, I am really noticing, I mean, it turns in lovely. It just steers great. You can hit the bumpers. Oh, yeah. I'm going to try not to own this car, but come on. It's got pretty decent power. I think if I was doing this a lot, I might eventually want something a bit more powerful, or something with a stick shift so that the power doesn't feel like the shifting is so instantaneous, but the power is fine. So, and it gets wiggly when you brake on a crest of a hill. I mean, 160, 170, 180, this thing is stable the whole time. I'm gonna brake before the crest because I am a chicken. And I'm gonna brake a lot for this corner that I try to take flat out in Forza because I'm also a chicken. But man, then you just get on the brakes and you hit them. The ABS is pretty interesting. It dances more than I was expecting a car with, like a new car with ABS. It dances a lot more than I was expecting. Now, I've seen this corner. This is the one where you go straight if you're going in too fast. Oh yeah, it's getting a little wiggly here. Oh, I'm so bad. This car is delightful. I mean, the turn in, the wiggle, it does rotate as you accelerate, which is lovely. So I'm very happy I picked this one instead of the Golf because I like rear-wheel drive better. It's what I drive at home, so I wanted to get track experience in a car quasi-similar to what I have at home. There's no flex to it, and as you come through the corner, you can feel it wanting to rotate. The dynamic stability control that it has really does a good job. It lets the back end move just enough to steer it better, but not enough to really get you in trouble. I've been making it mad at me. There's so many corners on this track that I'm looking at being like, I try to take this super fast, and whenever I don't get it right, I end up over there. And I don't want to end up over there. So I'm taking it a little bit easier than I might in Forza. Now, don't overshoot the carousel. Oh, this car, I mean, I can't say anything bad about it. It drives nice, the chassis is nice, the stiffness is nice, the brakes are so good now that they're warmed up. They're still squealing a little bit, which is the sign that I'm not driving them hard enough. Oh, yes, and it pulls you into the seat. The bolsters are good. I don't know how tight this corner is, so I don't know how to... yellows. As we sail into YouTube corner, I mean, I'm pushing it a little harder than I have the past couple of times. Oh, don't end up on YouTube. Don't end up on YouTube. Oh, this is a fun corner. I see why people cook that too hard. I know it's against my better judgment with a car. It's not mine, but I can take it quick and not flat out. And you break over the swoop. Man, that feels great. Oh, this car, I'm so happy I chose this. I mean, I've driven a bunch of Golf GTIs, but there's something about the BMW, the rear-wheel drive, the well-designed platform. And it's weird because I feel like I know this track, and I just know where I'm going. Hundreds of laps of wasted time has brought me here to exactly what I need, the knowledge of where I'm going. Then the shifting, it's intuitive. This car, I think the best way to describe how it drives out here is intuitive. I don't know how much faster I can take this than you, Mr. BMW Porsche. Oh, yes. Don't overcook it on the last corner. I've got one lap left. But my take on the BMW 230i is that it is a delightful car on the Nürburgring and potentially good somewhere else. But unsure. Oh, then you get on the straightaway. 150, 160. It's just so stable. No drama whatsoever. This is a delight. I love the car. It's a great car. And I love how it's got speed limit signs on the Nürburgring. I mean, I know there are. It's just funny to me that there are signs. Okay, so everyone seems to be staying left.